Nah, be for
Nah,
real.
be for real.
Hey man, what it is, this is your boy Wendy with the Be For Real podcast, man. And I'm here with my fellas. This is the fellas episode, man. We're gonna talk some real stuff right here. Man, as you know, my name is Wendy. I'm an entrepreneur, I'm an investor, and I'm a producer. Actually, one of the founders here for the Be For Real podcast, and we're gonna talk some real shit over here. And we got the fellas here, and I'm gonna let the fellas introduce themselves, man.
I'm Brandon Bruce. I'm a financial advisor. I've been doing music all around go-getter. So, you know, you can follow me at Only One Years on Instagram and all other platforms.
Vic Gurley, serial entrepreneur, investor, author, curator of all things fly. Y'all can follow me at The Real Vic G.
Hell yeah. Well, the real estate agent, Jason Jeremiah, Instagram at Agent Jason J. I also own extra properties. I'm part investor, so reach out.
Real shit, man. Listen, man. Now, this episode, man, it's going to be for the fellas, man. And listen, and we're going to talk our shit, man. Listen, I just got a question, man, and I need y'all fellas to fill me in because this is something that I'm struggling with myself. So, let's just say you meet a woman, and y'all kicking it. Y'all get serious. And you know what I'm saying? And you told her from the get-go, hey, this is what I am, this is what I do. You know what I'm saying? Either are you gonna rock with me or not? And she decides to rock with you, right? And all of a sudden she just switches up. And now she's demanding you to switch for you to stop because now she felt as if she ain't the priority no more. Because what you do in your business, what you got going on was priority. And now she's like, oh no, I need to be your priority. I need to let all that go. But you're in a position where like, man, what should I do? So now my question is, if she come at you like that, was she really fucking with you from the beginning?
I really feel like somebody comes to me with an ultimatum. I really can't rock with it, especially if from the beginning I was open with my communication and the position that I was holding, which is really how I'm gonna do things from jump. Like, yeah. However I'm rocking, I feel like we should be rocking that way throughout the whole situation because I already explained my position and how I feel. So
straight up.
Yeah, ultimatum really, the only ultimatum is gonna be we separate. I really don't have another option for it. I feel like.
Straight up.
Nah, I mean, it's crazy because how she met you is who she wanted. So to have her want you to change is crazy because this is how you met me, right? You like that I was thinking a certain way, that I'm a real estate agent, I own property as well, that I've shaped my life in a certain way. This is what you were attracted to. You like that I take care of my body and I'm thinking about certain things. So then to switch up and say, put me on the top of your priority list, let the rest crumble. So you want it to be a virus. You get injected into my life and take me down. Go opposite. Crazy. This is how you met me. This is what you were attracted to even have me, rock in and lock in with you. I'm not changing. I told you what it was up front. I communicated. Why are you switching? I'm not switching.
Period.
Hey, transparency fosters peaceful sleep at night.
Oh,
so
I like that.
It don't matter if she mad, if the communication was there in the beginning and she gets mad, that's not a you problem, that's a her problem.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, you want to live a certain life. Most women, typically, they want to live a certain lifestyle.
Yeah.
You got to understand that lifestyle comes with sacrifices.
Yeah.
This is one of those sacrifices that you agreed to. So if now you're breaking that contract, then we no longer have a contract.
You guys not on boards.
That's true. And I agree with you because like, here's the thing. I feel like now she was with the team and now it's like, now she's forcing me to kind of neglect the team. I agree with you when you said ultimatums, bro. I don't do ultimatums, period, man. I don't give a damn who you with. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't do ultimatum periods because I feel like now you're forcing me to conform to the things of you.
I ain't with that. She's trying to leave. And it's crazy because so she'll meet you at guy A, right? If she has you conform to her, whatever,
yeah.
And then you go down to guy X, she'll then cheat on you with another guy A.
Yeah.
So you listen to her, you drop down, you stop caring about your health, fitness, mindset, finances. You drop down to this new version of guy. I don't think I like this guy anymore. She cheats on you with the new guy A that she met you was initially and then liked you for.
See, I feel like when it comes to that relationship, any relationship that I'm in, the ultimatum is never going to even come as an option because of how we communicated in the beginning, I'm not even going to be in a relationship with that type of person. I would have already figured out her mental capacity, the dynamics of where we're going to go. She's going to already know, this is my program and this is how I'm running things. I'm going to understand her program as well. Because it is going to be a balance, but at the end of the day, there's, it is a hierarchy, and it's a way that God has put things in place where there's going to be some order.
Yeah.
But I will take into consideration how she feels. But at the end of the day, it's my job to be the man of the house, and my job to lead us in this relationship. So you really do have to follow suit in my perspective.
Yeah. So then let me ask you this though. So what, I've been, I'm kind of old school. So do y'all know how long will it take? I'm gonna ask everybody individually. How long will it take for you to know that, yeah, this is a chick I want to fuck with?
Matt, in my situation, I knew from day one.
Shit.
And that wasn't the original relationship that I was in, but the relationship that I'm in now, I knew that I was going to be with her forever. Now that I went through a whole list of other people to even get to her, but it didn't happen in the beginning because I wasn't ready. And I knew, like, if I had got with her at that point in time, I would have completely messed it up. But when I originally met her, I knew that's who it was gonna be. And then I got all the nonsense out of my system because I knew I'm still ready to have a ball. But I knew I'd build who it was gonna be.
Damn, what about you? Yeah.
I think it depends, man. I mean, where I'm at right now, there's so much other stuff I'm focusing on. She's just gonna kind of have to understand. And it's crazy because I also don't want her to be promiscuous and say, okay, well, he's not ready. Let me go with these other 10. Like, I'm still focused on other things, but I'm going to be analyzing her and her actions while she's with me, while I'm still focused on those other things. I'm not saying she has to hang around and just do nothing, but she needs to understand, okay, he's building, this is his vision, this is his priority. I respect it. I like it. How can I assist? How can I pour into? How can I support? Versus me, look at me, drop the rest. So it just depends. I can't give it like a number of months or weeks right now. It depends. Everyone's so different.
Yeah, it's pretty early on. It depends on how often we see each other early on, but if we seeing each other on a daily, couple weeks, because I have the tough conversations up front.
Yeah.
I don't do the whole, what's your favorite color? What's your favorite meat? I'm getting deep. Oh no, man.
Hey, yeah.
And like, I've spent a lot of time in solitude and really like learning who I am, like for real. So when I'm having conversation, I'm having deep conversations, and a lot of times women get uncomfortable. So the ones that are uncomfortable with that or don't know how to have those conversations, they weed themselves out.
Definitely. Yeah, I agree. I agree with you, and that is why, like, man, me being at 36 years old, my conversations are different, bro. I got kids now. Yeah, I got three. Shout out to my 3 boys, man. I love y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I meet a woman, I'm telling her about my kids. And honestly, with the way the dating world is, bro, you mentioned kids, oh my God. Bro, that weeds out at least, let's say you had 20 women that's trying to talk to you. You say you got a kid, that weeds out at least 10. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like nowadays, I need to go cat. Like, what I'm getting so tired of right now, bro, I'm getting so tired of, like, men doing too much. Yeah. They doing too much. But to get approval from a woman, yeah.
When you talk about the kids, though, sometimes it can go both ways, because especially at our age, when you at this age and you don't have kids, then they kind of consider that to be a red flag as well. That's why you don't have kids.
It's crazy.
It's crazy. It's like making maybe a obvious bad decision is looked down upon.
Yeah.
Because it's not like, okay, if me hitting 35 with no kids is a red flag, but I decided to.
Yeah, I'm making the right decision.
Right. Yeah. But what if on right before my 35th birthday, I get someone pregnant? Am I no longer a red flag? Because right before 30, I got someone pregnant right before that 35th birthday. I'm still in the green. Stupid. It's okay to make, especially if it's an obvious red flag and you don't impregnate. It shouldn't be looked at as a red flag because you're 35 with no kids, whatever.
Yeah, and I mean, even to like what you was about to bring up, about really it's just cats fucking up the market, and it comes from those who never had access to winning. You know, like, I mean, I speak for myself. I was getting hoes when I was broke.
Oh, boy. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
For sure. We'll go out. I had $20 in my pocket for the night, and we gonna have it all every time. So it's a lot of men that didn't live like that. A lot of men didn't get the attention of learning.
They lead with their pockets. Right. When they was younger, they didn't. And now they got a drag and everybody, oh, yeah. Like,
it shows. Yeah, nah, forget that. But women have to learn to recognize those men. And that's the thing. They get attracted by the shiny things. That's why it works, because they're attracted by the shiny things.
Yeah.
So it's like by the time they actually figure it out, they ran through.
Yeah.
They got 2-3 kids by 2-3 different dudes. And then they want to get some sense and get with the dude who actually got his shit together and think that he's supposed to take care of you and your kid.
That goes back to women's intuition. Do you think it's real or not? If it's not, then okay, we'll give them a pass. They're human. If it is real and guys are so beneath women because they got this superpower, then why are they getting duped like that?
Yeah, nah, it's not. I seen a meme today that said, y'all was singing, or we was singing TLC No Scrubs a little too hard back in the day.
But y'all saying with the baby daddies is
I'm telling you, and I agree, because like, for me, I feel like y'all giving women too much power, bro. Some men are giving too much women. Mm-hmm. I've come to the realization of this, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people may not agree with me with this, but when they say men are like we're visual creatures, like that we when we see a woman, that, oh my gosh, the body and all that stuff, I disagree. I believe women are more physical seeing creatures than men are.
It changes. Like early on, absolutely. I believe in our younger days, we will absolutely visual. As you progress and as you mature, and it's not from age, it's from experience. As you mature, then you start to look at things different. Like, for instance, now I look at the Instagram models, the ones that everybody drooling over, and I already know they're a headache. I don't want no parts. I had my fair share already, so I already been there and done that. So it's like, I've had that experience, so I know better, but a majority of men don't.
It was sad because, I work in the film industry for the past 4 years, and I've literally see women do almost anything for some camera time, bro. For some camera time. And these same women, these niggas going crazy for.
No, but listen, it's like that with the camera, but it's also like that just with lifestyle, period.
Yep.
When you look at party promoters, a man who has access and who can bring women in an environment that they want to read, they can have their way. They will let them do whatever, and they will do whatever to be in the presence of the ballers, the A-list, or whoever the case may be. And this party promoter, he might not have anything going for himself, but they willing to just give it all up. And then you show up, you got A, B, C, D all the way in line, and they like, well, I'm not really gonna rock with you on that level, but with this guy, you give him up everything, because crazy. you see the access, they walk right past the boss to the clown. Every time.
So then let me ask you this question. All of y'all give me one disappointing thing that y'all see that men are doing now. Just give me one.
I'm disappointed in them just spending too much. Just, without the woman, really showing her worth.
Earning.
Yeah, like what are you really bringing to the table? They just basically, I've seen girls just not even get a name, or say their name is they Cash App or Apple Page.
Yeah.
And the dude like, oh, it's nothing, I'm a boss. I can do it, but that doesn't make me feel like a boss, and I don't really care to make you feel some type of way by me giving you this money. I would rather get to know you on a higher level. I'd rather get to know who you are, what your values are. I mean, the body is nice. I do appreciate you having a good body, but and if we get into these bodies and the investments that they put in, they feel like because they spent that, they supposed to get
term right there. When it comes to makeup, when it comes to BBLs, they feel like that's the work they're supposed to put in. So I could be an asshole person,
just
terrible personalities, not supportive. I cuss like a sailor. You know, I'm pull you down any chance I get. But look at my makeup.
Yeah.
But look at my titties. And it's like, that's cool and all, but you still got to work on self.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't absolve you from putting in the real work, the intangibles. The tangible's cool. What's the intangibles? Not really.
I also feel like sometimes women, they don't really understand their position as far as in a relationship and the value that they're supposed to bring to the man. I can't do everything and be my best version without my like a real helpmate, like somebody that's really pouring into me.
That's a cuss word these
Emotionally.
days. I mean, that's a cuss word. If you say
What?
hierarchy, if you say the man's the leader, so what am I, your lab dog? Like, it's a cuss word to say there's an order to things that's God ordained. So I just wanted to say that, yeah, that's the problem. They can't see their role. They don't want to accept it because who are you to say women can't lead? A woman can't do this. And that's the problem. It's flipped.
So who is it some teachings that's missing, or what's causing
100%. Hell, 100%. It's because again, we talked about it on the last episode with the whole single mother households. That's been people don't realize that's a whole plan. That's like, it's not failing. It's working just like they wanted it to. So you take the father out of the household, now you got the mother fending for herself, raising kids, raising boys, trying to make them into men. That's why kids so soft now.
Yeah.
Because the dads was kicked out of the house, but women have a very hard time taking accountability for the role they played in that. Because everybody wants to talk about, oh, this new generation, they don't respect nothing. They don't know how to do nothing. But they was raised by women.
Yeah.
So when is that accountability there? So, but I think as men, what we need to be doing to combat that is we have to have more men leaders. So we have to step up as well, and that requires us to do work that nobody taught us how to do.
Straight up.
And you're not gonna learn it in school. You're not gonna learn it in no job. It's things that you really have to dig into and learn for yourself. And that's the only way we gonna be able to do it.
Is it cool to say that your mother was wrong? That
Absolutely.
grandmother was wrong? Like it's not just holding the ones our age accountable. Going up the generation, the way you did that, I got some memories back when I was 7 that you don't know.
I'll go further back. It's okay to say your ancestors was wrong. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what I'm saying?
I criticize Martin Luther King all the time.
Let me tell you something, man. And actually, that's one of my most disappointing things about a man is that, like, we identify ourselves by what another man did 130 something years ago, bro. That's not who you are. So you're identifying yourself with something that's already dead, something that don't even exist anymore. You're identifying yourself with that. That right there, to me, I look at men as you're not strong enough to find out who you are, the man that you are today. But no, you're identifying yourself as a man that was 152 something years ago. Like some of the things that's like, man, I'm so biased, bro. I'm so, and I'm gonna say, I don't give a I don't agree with Black Lives Matter. I don't agree with none of that stuff. I'm pro-Trump. I'm all that. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get flat. I don't give a damn if I get flat for it. Because listen, I'm a policy guy. I'm a policy guy, but at the same time, I am a logical guy that's gonna benefit. And plus, I'm a father, so I'm looking at the now, and I'm looking at what's gonna be beneficial for my kids to come from for us. And it's like, we're still for our 4 sisters and all that stuff did all this, and you're gonna go for it, man. It was this and that. I wasn't there, but I'm Haitian and I'm Nigerian.
So I feel like people should be able to build a new legacy versus riding on the coattails of 100 years.
I think
Yeah.
we hold a responsibility, though, as the thought leaders of the generation currently to help lead people to that. Because we talk about all of the problems and we talk about all these things, but I think what we have to do a better job at is explaining to people, understanding where the shit started from. So Martin Luther King, everybody think, oh, Martin Luther King, because that's what they put in all the school books.
Yeah.
White folks ain't never glorified no black man that has only benefited black people.
Yeah.
Martin Luther King fought for desegregation, integration, and the white stuff.
Yeah.
So what happened to our stuff? Everything got shut down.
Yeah.
And we thought their stuff was better. And still to this day, it's like that.
Yeah.
So at some point, we have to have enough thought leaders of our generation now to show people that, nah, we can build better over here. But we got to learn to do it together.
So it's safe to say that the culture's trash.
Hell yeah, we don't have a culture where we but we don't.
What matters when we talking about what Kim Kardashian had for breakfast, I don't care what she.
What culture are we identifying ourselves with?
Our culture is everything that somebody else gave us.
Bro, we're identifying ourselves with something that's not even us, to be quite honest.
Let me ask you a question.
What's up?
When it comes to this generation, comes to the YNs and everything that's going on right now.
Yeah.
Well, I'm the wrong person to ask. I don't even.
What is the biggest influence? We're gonna say, okay, it's the rap music is the biggest influence. That's what's making people pick up switches and do all these other things. But as us being who we are, what do we need to do to step up and be, the voice of reason or the leaders or the change that's necessary? Because like we said, maybe the mothers was a problem, maybe the grandmothers was a problem. So now, since we know what the problem is and we having this dialogue, what do we do? How do we step in? How do we change that? How do we become that influence for them?
Let me say this. So when you look at the facts, this is all facts. I'm not even gonna say this as opinions. When you look at the facts, crime rates, a lot of domestic, all this bullshit that's happening starts from teenagers, right? So there's a group of teenagers. I every Tuesday, twice a month, I do a Zoom call, and I just encourage them to hear them out, see how they're doing and all that stuff. So what I do is I ask them questions like, especially as men, we are driven by what we see. And because we're so purpose driven, we're narrow minded. Like we're tunnel vision, bro. So if we see something that we're locked in, whatever's on the side, whatever's on the other side, we're not gonna give a fuck about. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So they're like, that's why, because we're so tunnel vision and we move by what we see, what happens, it causes us to be very what's the bird's way out? Strong-minded to the point where nothing can convince us where we're going. If we see something that we like and it makes us feel good, we're gonna walk towards it. We're gonna keep going to it. Ain't not a damn thing on this earth can stop us. That's why, real talk. That's why I talk to a lot of guys now. I said, listen, I know smashing a lot of women is good. It feels great, but let me say this: if I can go back, you smash one girl. If you was to just smash that one girl and never smash any other guy, I guarantee you'll be married to that one girl for the rest of your life. I guarantee that.
Yeah, when I went around and I, sampled different ones.
That's where we messed up.
That's
where we messed up.
How you comparing?
And because our narrow-mindedness got thrown off. That's all I
think we was designed to be with one woman?
Do I believe it? Do I think we're designed to be one woman? God damn, I hate this question sometimes.
Okay.
No. Here's my logic. Do I believe men are meant to be with one woman?
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, swing it.
Or do you know
I'm not a swinger.
Or do you know where that construct came from?
I believe, I truly believe it depends on where that man purpose is. So, example, I believe a very successful, powerful man should be with one woman. I don't hate that. No, I'm telling you. Even in some African villages, they have multiple women, but all those multiple women has to answer to one woman. Has to answer to that one woman. And that one woman has to give that one king permission to have all those wives.
Right.
I watched a movie on Netflix. There's a competition. These Chinese people, every woman, these families train their daughters to be a king's wife.
Right. Yeah.
The king already has a wife. The king wife chooses the women to live in the palace with the king. The king does either such. But guess what? all of those women still got to answer to that one queen, bro. So that's why the concept of if I believe,
But that's not monogamy, right? Even though they answer to that one woman, he still is with those other wives.
and to me, I think the reason of that is because the generation, the legacy, to keep the legacy going. When it really depends on the man. Now, if the man is, it's crazy to say this, but like, if the guy just meant to just create babies and to flood populations, that's what he's meant to do. But if a man is supposed to be the top general, he'll have one woman. He's gonna have one woman. Every powerful king that I read about all had the one woman.
Now, are you talking about European kings?
Oh, some kings. You know what I'm saying? The kings I read about,
King Solomon.
King Solomon. But guess what though? But here's the thing about King Solomon. I guess he had multiple wives, multiple concubines, right? But yeah, ask yourself this question.
Mm-hmm.
Did King Solomon truly live out the purpose of God? He didn't. He didn't, bro. Because how he was able to be the King Solomon the way that he is, he asked for wisdom. But the true purpose that Solomon was supposed to do, he really didn't live out this. He really didn't live out the purpose of God. That's why God sent Jesus. Nobody did, actually.
What is the purpose?
The purpose was to be honest with you, I'm still trying to figure that shit out myself. Because I'm living in a now world where there's a different purpose. And each and single one of us have a purpose that honestly we're still trying to get to, have an understanding so we can live by it. That's why we have to lead on God so that he could lead the purpose for us. Now, there's a difference between God's purpose and your purpose. Now, you're going to create your own purpose and make your own route, your own journeys, your own teachings, your own rules, your own this and that. And I ain't going to judge you before.
Do you think it's a difference?
But yeah, it was different.
You think it's a difference?
Difference, my guys.
So, all right. So everybody was created in God's image, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
So is it safe to say that we all have God in us?
Absolutely.
Yeah, we do, right?
Yeah.
All right. So now let's go to Jesus real quick.
Uh-huh.
So Jesus was a man.
Yeah.
All right. We know from 12 to 33, we don't know what the hell Jesus was doing.
Yeah.
He was a child. Was it been fucking strippers? He could have been getting drunk every day. When he came back, in the Bible, according to the Bible, he had he was able to heal people. He was able to do all these miracles, right? So this is my belief. My belief is that we look at the Bible a little too literal. Jesus, I believe, was a man just like we are. Jesus reached a certain level of consciousness. Jesus was an example of what we can be if we reach that level of consciousness. So people talk about Jesus coming back. I don't think Jesus is physically coming back. Our consciousness is coming back. And that's the thing that a lot of people miss. So and that's one of the problems or one of the gripes that I have with religion.
Yeah.
Because I'm spiritual. I believe in God 100%, but religion is a control mechanism.
And I'm so happy you say that, bro. I don't believe in religion myself. Because I believe religion is a tool to control people, to manipulate people. It's set rules by different religions for people to control them and to send them a route that, like the Catholics, all these other religions and all that stuff. I don't believe.
If you look at history, there was always religion that was behind all the wars.
Yeah, absolutely. And guess what? Christ was against it. He was not for any of that.
But that was the thing. We was always told to question those things. So religion teaches us to look on the outside. We already have everything on the inside. So when I ask about the difference in purpose, it's the same. Because the God is already in you. Think about it. This is an analogy I use. So if you think about a library is full of books.
Yeah.
You don't have all the knowledge in all those books.
Yeah.
Unless you go pull one off the shelf and you read it.
I would have asked.
So
bro, you finished.
when you go grab the book off the shelf, now you have that knowledge. Now you're aware of that. The consciousness is the same thing. It's like your mind is a library. You got to go in that library and pick up all the books to understand what the hell all of it is. And once you understand that, you'll realize that, you know what? It's not somebody on the outside that I need to be asking questions to and trying to get all the answers. They're already inside you. And that's the part everybody need to understand. That's man and woman.
I like that this podcast, we could, politely disagree and still rock out. It's dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I do believe that Jesus was once God, came down as man, lived a pure life and died for our sins, because that's also biblical. The reason why it was him dying to die, the sacrificial lamb, was because he was pure. He had pure blood. He didn't sin like the rest of us. I don't have enough purity in me, all the stuff I've done over the years as human, to save an ant from eternal damnation. But because Jesus came and was pure, he was able to sacrifice himself for mankind. So, I mean, that's just my thoughts on it, on the regards to, how the Bible shapes things, and the world proves the Bible right to me. And I'm not perfect. I'm not one of those Christians that say,
I love that you say that, but I also love what you said too. I want to say this. This is a perfect analogy. Me and you got to work. We got to bring money home. We got to take care, I don't know if you have kids or anything like that, but we got to take care of our family. At the end of the day, our end result is we're going to work, we're going to make this money, and we're going to take care of our families, right? So then, yes, the purpose is the same. You get what I'm saying? But the routes are different.
Yes. Right.
Your job is different. My job is different.
Sure.
But the messed up part is we're doing the same. The end results are the same. We're getting money. We got to take care of our kids and all that stuff. Now, the confusion part is, why is there a division when the end results is always the same? Bro, we're both living. We're both going to die. We're both, you know what I'm saying? So I get what you're saying when the purpose are the same, but like, I believe that the only difference is heaven and hell. To me, that's the only difference.
Well, difference in what? The destination?
The destination after everything is done that's the only difference. It's the destination. You know what I'm saying?
Do you all believe in a literal heaven and hell as like biblically taught? Do you guys all believe in that or not?
I do.
Okay.
I personally don't.
You know?
Oh, you don't?
No. I think it's all in the mind. I think God is in everything that that's why I say, for me anyway, and I've also read the Bible. I read multiple.
Which is great.
So I think the Bible is a book of parables. So it's a roadmap to teach us how to handle different situations that we have in this human experience that we have.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, when we die, our bodies stay here.
Yeah.
But our energy, we all vibrating right now. We all are balls of energy. So that goes somewhere.
Oh, you got it.
Right? It's not created or destroyed.
No,
It's just transferred.
and that's also biblical. The body, the skin will return back to the earth. Maggots gonna be eating through your eyes and stuff. It is what it is. So is it safe to say that you also don't believe that after death there's anything? Because if you don't believe in a heaven and hell, is it safe to say when you die here, lights out, done?
No, I don't think.
kind of believe.
Because so you not necessarily reincarnate. So some people use reincarnation, right? So some religions believe in that, right? Meaning that when you die, your soul leaves this body and goes to another vessel.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, when you die, yes, your soul, your energy is still present, it's still vibrating on this earth. So at the end of the day, we're all each other. It sounds crazy, but everybody's made up of the same thing.
Yeah. So let me ask you this, and I'll ask all y'all fellas this: how important should religion be in when it comes to the maturity of a man?
I think it is very important when you're dealing with the foundation, because there's a lot of principles that are very important. So in my house, I definitely included in the in their upbringing, because I feel like it's a solid platform for you to start with. And as you grow, you read different books, you would have different experiences, and then you figure out how you want to do things on your own. But I feel like religion, whatever the religion is, it's a solid foundation for you to start with.
Yeah, I agree. I think a lot of people need religion, at least like you said, as a foundation, a stepping stone. Once you get within the religion and you start asking questions and you start exploring more, it's the same thing in school. We go to school and we learn certain subjects. Yeah. It's your job to question what you learn and to expand on the outside, because you're not going to learn everything in school, just like you're not going to learn everything in church and from the Bible.
Yeah.
So it's important that everybody takes the initiative to, one, question things. If it don't make sense, question it and figure out why it is what it is. Again, asking the question why. One of the most important questions anybody can ask.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's massive. Humans are flawed. And so if you don't have, this is why I love the Bible. I'm not religious, but just the word of God is powerful to me because of the principles and the parable and such. I can't just follow my natural desires because I'm flawed. And there's going to be a lot of effed up stuff happening. Yeah. So, and this is why I don't agree when people say that the Bible was just created by any old man and why would you listen to it? Because why would man create the Bible and that book goes against all man's desires? Can't have multiple women. If someone pissed you off, you can't go kill them. Thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not steal. The Bible goes against our desires. And I think that makes us good humans. I don't think just any old Joe Schmo made that. No, it goes deeper. It goes deeper. And those principles such as two becomes one flesh, that's biblical, right? And it is proven. The world proves the Bible right to me every day. Two becomes one flesh. How many times you guys have been with someone, you spend a lot of time together, you start developing their bad habits. Hey, sir. Maybe they take some of your good habits. Yeah. They think like you and they talk like this, might start to look like you at this certain point. Two becomes one flesh, that's biblical. There's a lot of principles that the Bible I feel has kept me out of or kept me from going too deep into, like when it comes to bad stuff on this planet. I still slipped and fell, knowing better, because I'm human. But yeah, in terms of knowing that truth and those principles is help.
I love you said that. It's extremely important because to me, I look at the Bible as a character develop book, a book that helps you develop character. Different. You know what I'm saying? It shows you how to view things and how to see things that honestly you can't depend on yourself to see. And that's a huge boost in the man. I feel like we seriously, and I kind of like this conversation because I wish more men would have a lot more conversations about this because, because I just learned something from you and learned something from all you guys. But I just, when it comes to, it kind of helps you develop, it helps you develop accountability as well too. That's all like, to me, anybody who say, oh, the Bible is written by men, I said, but I'm not gonna lie. When I read the Bible and I hear about the miracles and something happened, I've actually seen it happen in my own real life as well too. Oh yeah, man, I see some, bro, I'm talking about, I seen someone talk to me at the park and I turn around and I'm looking for the person. I don't know where they at. You get what I'm saying? And so religion does play a huge part in a man's development. Which religion you pick, it's up to you. But I kind of feel like that what's always been working for me has always been the Bible. Because the Bible, just like I said, is full of parables. But the Bible's also filled with testimonies, actual testimonies from people who wrote the Bible that has actually happened. And as you read these testimonies that have happened in the Bible, you actually see these things yourself personally. So I'm going to believe it's something that I read about and I've actually seen act in life.
And just like I said, the world proves the Bible right to me every day.
Every day.
I don't just believe the Bible because I grew up in it.
Yeah.
You guys have shown me some actions. And me living this life,
yeah,
a lot of this stuff is like, oh, that was already said it. He already warned us on that one. It's on the
So you believe the slavery part in the Bible?
I do.
You know that.
I do. I do. It's crazy.
This wrong again. I'm always interested.
It's crazy because the slavery part of the Bible to be quite honest, exists to this day. Not as intense how it was in the Bible back in the day.
Overall concept.
The overall concept of what slavery was back in the days in the Bible exists till this day. You know what I'm saying? So that's the only reason why I believe that it was real and it actually happened, because we're living in it now. That is my only
What
reason.
what part of slavery are you referring to? Are you talking about like the story of Moses and freeing my people?
No,
That's
were
the
they-
concept of
So one of the things that was used in like against slaves, in the Bible it talks about slaves obeying their masters,
right.
and basically what happened is they said, okay, Israelites, y'all go, you can, supposedly this is what God told Israelites, you can go to this land and you can take their people, you can take their women for yourselves, and they will be your slaves, but you can't do it to your own men. You can't do it to your own people. You got to go over there and do it. So fast forward to today. Who runs the world right now? Who controls the music industry? Who controls the medias?
Man.
Jews, right? All right. So I ain't gonna go too deep in that.
Jews on all that stuff?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I learned something.
Yeah. That's okay. So they live by those principles, which is why they control everything. They say, we gonna work together. We gonna fuck everybody else over. You can't fuck over your own man though. That's against the rules. Everybody else is cool. That's in the Bible.
Is America the promised land?
Hell no.
So
I don't think so.
this is something else. This is something else that I said. I'm kind of a nerd. So look, check this out. I want y'all to look up dang. Why I can't think of the name of the,
You know what?
what's the name of the wood that Noah built the ark with? Gopher wood. Look up where gopher wood comes from. It's in Florida.
Tell us why we should.
That's the only place in the world.
Gopher wood is
Gopher wood is only grown. The tree only grows in Florida.
interesting.
Nowhere else in the world.
Interesting. So that let me ask y'all this question. Would y'all date a woman who's not in the same faith as you?
No. She doesn't have to fully be in the Bible as deep as me, but if she is completely left field, it's the unequally yoked thing, which is also biblical. If we're unevenly yoked, and it's like to a drastic degree, no. If she's within grabbable range, because we could have a conversation. I don't just want to grab you in, and you have to follow me blindly. We could have a discussion for why maybe the path you've been following has been screwing you over, and it's going to continue to screw you over, and why maybe this path has more common sense, more principles to live by, more things to, that will gain benefits from. But like I said, I'm not saying she has to be 2 centimeters away. She could be, a couple yards if it makes sense. But if she's too left field, I don't want to waste my time. It goes back to that conversation of choosing peace over companionship.
What about you?
Yeah, I don't think it could work. Just because the principles probably wouldn't align. I've read a lot of different books, and I've read different things about different religions. So if I meet somebody and they say, "Oh, I'm a Muslim," or I'm Jewish, or even if I'm atheist, I'm not just turning off the switch just because they say that. I still would get to know that person and see where it could go. But I think for us to actually be together and to grow, we're gonna have to come to some common ground. I don't really think it's
Which is also biblical. A house divided against itself shall fall. So we got to have some type of strong principle in the foundation lined up. But what are we doing?
Well,
So when you say faith, you talking same religion?
yeah.
For me, because I'm not married to one religion, I would say as long as you understand spirituality, I think, and as long as we can have open dialogue and your mind is open to understanding different things, different concepts, looking at things in different ways, and yeah.
only thing that's like a for sure I can't rock with is just the witchcraft. Like if you just you on, that's a little
Elusive, that is it.
Yeah, I
No,
do.
it's pretty bad.
I can't really go that lens. That's the cutoff right there.
You know, so and just to add to that, bro, I'm so sick and tired of hearing these goddamn zodiac signs. These goddamn 111, 444, 333 angels.
Angel numbers, yeah.
I don't see the purpose in them, bro. Like, what the hell that shit means? You know what I'm saying? And like, is it like how you gonna tell me what type of person I am based on my goddamn zodiacs?
But that's also biblical. This is what I'm saying. The word
All that shit.
right? He said that my people will worship the creation instead of the creator.
Exactly.
So we looking up at stars like they're the Holy Savior and not looking at the creator of the show.
Bro, I kid you not. This is a true story. I seen like 4 women outside, literally staring at the moon and like doing this.
Right. Moon energy, sun energy.
They're doing moon energy, full moon energy. Oh, I'm receiving some sort of confirmation. That's crazy.
So what about so this is the thing though. So you know how you see them doing that and you think that shit weird, right? It's weird, bro. It's the same thing if you go I just heard somebody talk about in a black church, you know how people catch the Holy Ghost and then they
Yeah. I'm not with it though. Bro, I'm out of there.
talking to older white folks, they ain't never seen that.
That's
So
it's crazy.
So it's the same concept. You looking at because you don't understand there, and I don't know enough about like that type of stuff.
But moon energy, bro?
But that's what I'm saying.
No, but
somebody could say the same thing, or
I see what
somebody could say the same thing about you. They're catching those. Somebody could say the same thing about you and your religion.
You know, I can't. No, I think that's 2 different things, bro. Moon energy, bro.
Yeah.
But somebody could say the same. Brought up raising your consciousness and getting on another level, so they could be tapped in to an.
And that's what I'm
Listen, hey, what's that? It's like ayahuasca. Was that there? Yeah. So it's different things. Like even weed. They say, you know, if you referring, is that shrooms? Is all of that stuff raising your consciousness? I've been like to another level,
Man,
I feel like you tapped into another source.
you know them by their works and what they produce. And so, which is also biblical. So if these people are on a higher conscious level and they're absorbing all this moon energy, if I can't look around your life and see other stuff that you've done, accomplished, or going to accomplish, you just sit there and
Flourishing.
you know what I'm saying? Nothing's flourishing around you. You should know them by their works. I don't care to even believe that.
So let me ask you this then. So stand right there.
Yeah.
If you look at some of the richest people in the world, a lot of them are Satanists.
Yeah.
A lot of them don't believe in God, Jesus.
None of that. Yep.
But you look around. So how do you measure that
Oh, bro.
when you're looking around them at the?
Bro, first and foremost, you gotta look at this. Some of the richest people, you're right, that some of them are Satanists.
Terrible
Some
people.
of-
Yeah.
Bro, they commit suicide way more than people, and not only that, they're in the spotlight. This is just me. If I'm rich and I'm this and that, I don't think God will put you in the spotlight if you're rich. That's just me. That's
The ones at the
so I'm not do it. I feel he would not do it. I feel like the people who are in the spotlight the most with all the money, they're not walking in the purpose of Christ. That's just my opinion. That's just my opinion.
So
Because
how do you know?
how do I know?
How did, like, to his question, he said you can look at the works around. So how do you?
Not just what's around them, but look at them as an individual.
Person, do you have any
You know what I'm saying?
character,
Look at
principles,
their family.
morals?
Look at their families. Look at how they really.
So let's go deeper. I'm glad y'all said that. So now let's go deep. Let's look at Christianity. Let's look at the black church. How many people fucked up in the black church?
Oh man,
Well, it's supposed to be like that because the church is a hospital.
Right.
People are supposed to
Right. Not saying, not nothing against them. But what I'm saying is when you're looking at the works or how they are, how they're raised, some of the pastors they got whole congregations of thousands of people coming to learn from them.
I agree 100%. That's why, and you know, my dog like to bring a lot of biblical things. That's why the Bible said, "Do not put your trust in man."
Definitely.
Right. I will never put my trust in the pastor. I will never put my trust on the deacon. That's just me personally. Because
Back to the original person. Now, how do we know? How can we tell if somebody is on the right path?
by the fruit of the Spirit.
We just said we looking at these things. What we see, how do we know?
I feel like they're gonna.
I think where he was going with it, I think it is a conscious thing. You have to be at a level consciously
Yes.
to be able to recognize it. But then my question for you would be how you get there.
And that's why I was asking about the weed. You asking about all these things that can raise your consciousness. Mushrooms, it's natural.
So mushrooms, I say, are like a window. They let you see in. You still gotta do the work. But it's being able to do the understanding that is inside.
That can raise your consciousness.
It can show. No. I'm not gonna say it can raise your consciousness. I don't know. It can point you on a path to show you, like, hey, this is over here. And you still have access to that experience that you can use again. It's still, you gotta go into it, but you still gotta go work. Yeah.
So we're under the belief that shrooms are raising consciousness on here.
No. That's what I'm saying. They don't.
Would y'all date a woman who does shrooms?
Yeah, I do shrooms.
Man, you'll date a woman who does shrooms?
Yes, I would.
Does it matter how often she does it? If it's
So this is the thing. Shrooms, most people have the misconception that shrooms is just, I just want to get high. Shrooms is a spiritual drug. So you do that, you need to have an intention when you're doing it. It's not just, I'm going to do it just because I want to get high, be out of my mind.
I ain't even gonna cap with you, dog. I don't even know what the hell a shroom is.
Mushroom.
Mushroom?
Yeah.
It's what type of mushroom?
So psilocybin is the chemical within the mushroom. It grows out the ground. It's from the ground. What is it called? Psilocybin. It's what's in mushrooms that give you.
Hey, y'all know how this? What do you call it?
The mushroom. Y'all know about mushrooms?
There's a lot using the mushroom balls.
Yeah.
Well, what's it called?
Psilocybin is what gives you that.
Where you get those at? You go grow them in your backyard?
The Mario bar. Yellow.
Yeah, they got like the chocolate bars now.
Man, that's crazy. I don't know if I should deal with the one who was show was a boo.
You know what I'm saying? He takes it, mushrooms in that joint.
What's the?
But I have to drink at the same time.
What's the difference between?
Yeah, it was different. I got to drink. I'm here at the same time.
This is deeper, but like I say, it's like a well
Is it done only?
that show you, but it ain't gonna raise your consciousness.
okay, I'm just making sure.
You still got to do the work.
Okay.
Okay, so what? Oh, so okay.
That was your one.
So yeah, okay. Honestly, I would date a woman who does shroom. So I wouldn't. I don't know.
Why? If you don't mind me asking.
Yeah. Honestly, I'll go any drug.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, that's what I was asking. What? Yeah.
And I've never done any drug. I just, life was a little different. I decided to.
Is it a drug or is it medicine?
It's a dependency.
Is it?
I gave one woman a try that was a big drinker. A lot of times when we had fights or whatever, she would just leave the room and go grab this stupid ass bottle, take it downstairs to clear her head. The elephant in the room not addressed. We ain't solved shit. You just went and blacked out for a second. Nothing's done when you come back sober. I hated that because I'm more solution based.
Is that natural or man-made?
What?
Alcohol.
Smell?
I think it's natural. I think it's more natural, isn't it?
No, it's man-made.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I was got all kind of
Alcohol is definitely. Maybe was talking about wine. Wine is more
wine and
more natural. Okay, my bad.
From But so I just asked that because I know you talk about the dependency. So that's why I say drug is the wrong term to use.
When talking about what?
Think about all right, weed, right? Y'all remember weed used to be the worst thing in the world. It's niggas that was doing life in prison for weed, right?
Yeah.
Weed can't come from the earth. Mushrooms come from the earth. Why you think they trying to keep it from? I'm telling you, it's just a window. It just shows you things that are possible. And it opens up something in your mind that allows you to understand things on a different level.
Let me ask you this. Are you cool with ecstasy? Are you cool with cocaine?
See, that's dope. I'm on the natural.
All right, but this is why I asked that. I think that weed and all this other stuff are gateway drugs to all of these harder shit. When the weed high, you get used to it. So I feel like if you're cool with all of the other harder drugs, then okay, be cool with weed.
You ever tried cocaine?
You haven't thought about it? Like, let me see if I can.
I've been in certain wings with people doing weed,
Weed is worse than mushroom.
and I'm like, it's
Weed are worse than mushrooms.
Yes, just
For real?
yes.
Oh shit! I'm gonna try me some mushrooms, man.
But I'm saying, like, don't just say more. I always encourage everybody, do your own homework so you can truly understand. For sure. Because, yeah, I can tell you all kind of things, but I tell everybody, don't believe nothing nobody say unless you're verified that.
or different drugs can be a gateway.
It's a gateway.
to fear, for sure. But for me personally, it's never been
So,
been that twisted.
so I'm gonna close out with this question.
Yeah.
This is a very important question, fellas, and this is for ladies ask this question a lot. Where, in your opinion, do y'all meet? Yeah, where's the best place to meet y'all lady?
Anywhere.
At this point, anyway.
Anywhere.
It really just depends, man. Anywhere, though.
Anywhere.
Yeah.
Anywhere.
I can meet a woman in the grocery store. I can meet her, walking down the sidewalk. I can go to Bayshore and meet somebody. I can go to a bar. I can go to a restaurant.
Is to name where you shouldn't meet with. I would say dating sites. That's just one of the. I would say, that's a good one where you should.
My dog said these are places that you shouldn't be meeting his with.
And that's going to be a better list, a shorter list, because you step outside, natural, organic, that's awesome. Yeah, let's name the list we shouldn't be meeting. Yeah, I think that's.
So then what's the list?
I would say just dating sites.
Just dating site?
Yeah, general. It's
Anything that keeps you away from the actual human interaction, I think that's the skill that most people lost, is the social interaction. There we go. Most dudes don't know how to talk to women.
There we go. We're in the era of internet bag. Oh, they don't have a lot of these face script. They don't have any face-to-face interaction or dialogue or anything. So it's when you get on your phone, the whole world is at your hand. It's too easy to send a DM. Right. It's harder for somebody to actually have confidence in themselves. Wall of one person, introduce themselves as who are you? This is who I am. This is what I'm into. That's way hard. But in my line of working, I'm constantly meeting people. I'm constantly prospecting. So I don't really feel like there's a place that I shouldn't like necessarily meet the person from. But like you saying, the internet just makes it too easy, and it's too easy to fake a facade where if I'm looking you in your eyes, then I'm really understanding. So we were,
Yeah.
organic is always better. Yeah, for sure.
Wow. I didn't think about that. I said the worst place to meet a woman is anything with stripper poles, stuff like that. Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
you actually could meet. So, and I'm gonna tell you why. Yeah, don't hear me out.
I would never date a woman who.
No, I'm not saying that you should go out but just hear the pros to it. Like, they more honest, right?
I would know.
Jesus. Who was Jesus hanging out with?
The strippers.
Or sinners. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but he hung out with them for a specific reason.
Yeah. He had a purpose. He had some. It wasn't like they were like, he was surfing them up and they were tweaking together.
My dog was playing Captain
Who
Silver.
was Mary Magdalene?
She was Captain.
You talking about married?
Who was Mary Magdalene?
Wait, wasn't she one of the prostitutes? Or am I tripping?
Mary Magdalene was a prostitute?
I'm trying to think. She was, right?
No.
Okay, just make a shot.
She was also a prostitute. She was also with Jesus.
No, Mary Magdalene was a.
I'm telling you, hey. She was telling you, do your homework.
Okay. I want to make sure I know what the fuck I'm talking about. Mary Magdalene is not the Virgin Mary.
No.
Okay, different Mary.
That Mary is her mom.
Yeah, different married, for sure.
Okay. Anyways, man, listen, fellas. This was a great conversation on there.
Yeah.
It's definitely a great conversation. We're gonna need it. You know what I'm saying? And this will not be the end. We're gonna have more conversations with the fellas like this, man. I just want to give a shout out to my boy Easy, to shout out to the whole Non Be For Real podcast crew. You know, so we got the fellas here, man. We just wanted to do this episode, just have a dialogue with real men. And, man, I appreciate y'all coming through. And, man, till next time, Non Be For Real podcast. Y'all follow us on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, whatever, and all social media platforms. Y'all follow us, like and share. Tell your aunties, uncles, and all them about us and all that. All right? Y'all be blessed. And thank you for tuning in. We'll see y'all next episode. All right.
Now be for real.